if that wasn't obnoxious enough to get your attention, I don't know what is. Recently had a subscriber ask about learning to perform artificial harmonics, and it's something that once you learn how to do it, you sort of take it for granted. But to those who are not familiar with them, artificial harmonics are that really compelling, squealing, screaming sound that you can get out of a picked note that, instead of just sounding like a normal note, takes on a whole new characteristic. And it's accomplished in a very simple way, but it's one of those takes a moment to learn, takes a lifetime to master sort of things. Well, maybe not really a lifetime, but a while. The idea is, instead of just exposing a certain amount of your pick to the string like normal, and picking through it with just the tip, the idea is actually, sorry about that, to strike the pick with the string, but alter your pick attack downward into the body a little bit more, so that this fleshy part of your thumb right here immediately bounces off the string and interrupts its waveform, and it kind of perverts it and makes it go all kooky and crazy sounding. So it's not two motions, it's not pick, bounce, it's dig in deeper. So try to illustrate that here. So a normal pick note would look something like this, just. But if we're going to try to turn that into a pinch harmonic, I'm driving the pick more on a trajectory into the body, bouncing the fleshy part of the thumb off. And you'll see that as you move up and down a string, they'll be in different places. So that doesn't mean that you're always guaranteed to pull off the perfect artificial pinch harmonic anytime you reach for it. They tend to get more risky and low percentage, as I found at least, as you get higher up the fingerboard and onto thinner strings. So for instance, there's a spot in the Dream Warrior solo where I don't know for sure if George actually did it, but I chose to go and tag that harmonic at the top of the note. And it adds a really cool, compelling nature to the note, accentuates it quite a bit. Here's another cool thing you can do with artificial harmonics is you can play them on two strings at a time. In my original composition called Keep Playing, you'll actually hear this. And that's actually that double stop, but both notes are artificial harmonics. It's kind of neat. So if you want to go the extra mile, you can take that same idea and try to disrupt the string on an upstroke with the tip of your index finger. That is much harder to do. So like that would be like this. And heaven forbid you get them both going. Pretty obnoxious, maybe not much to do with it. And here's another thing. As you're working through tunes and transcribing them, you'll find that getting a harmonic to sound right if you're trying to mimic in another recording is sometimes a matter of relocating a lick. For instance, on Mr. Scary, there's I think the second solo is something like a... those harmonics work really well down here. But if you try to do that down here, there's a different characteristic between and so if it's not quite sounding right, try rearranging the lick and getting that harmonic in a different spot. I hope this is helpful, and it takes some time. Like higher gain amp settings work with it, hotter pickups can have more excitable magnetic fields that are more friendly to artificial harmonics. But you know, just sit around and keep trying, and you'll squeeze one out and just keep working on it, and they'll come more and more easily. But Steve Vai himself even said, you know, the magic of a live recording is sometimes hearing the guitar player feel around or fish around to nail that artificial harmonic. So they're not always there. They're not always perfect. Nobody's perfect. So let it rip. See you next time.
Bye.